It's Kelsey and the Boys, the all-star jazz ensemble from Monroe High School, featuring Steve Tressler, their mentor, on the tenor saxophone, live in the studios here at 88.5 KNKX for our School of Jazz session. More info on the School of Jazz, how you can get involved at knkx.org. I want to speak to the Monroe High School Jazz Band director, Lisa Ray, who's been at the school in Monroe for a number of years, and before that, as a fellow graduate, as I am an alumnus of Pacific Lutheran University. Lisa, tell us what you learned at PLU as far as music education and specifically jazz.
Well, I did get to play in almost every group at PLU. I did in the orchestra, played with the Choir of the West, played in the band, and then I did do some jazz band stuff on horn with a chart that Dan Gailey wrote when I was there.
And as far as the jazz education program, you have a really talented crew here, but PLU is quite well known for their jazz education.
Yes, I did get a chance to I took an improv class with the jazz band director while I was there, and it was awesome. And jazz has just been a part of my life from the time I was young.
And this ensemble has been more of a recent work in progress at Monroe High School. Tell us about how the small group has grown recently.
About 4 years ago, we had a student that was really interested in getting a jazz combo started. This group, these guys were, except for Kelsey, they were all freshmen when we first got the jazz combo started, and they have just kind of expanded from then. They've been to jazz camps. It's really student-led. I give a little insight every once in a while, give them some ideas. I've gotten them music, but they have really taken it and gone with it.
Sometimes that's the best way, just let those kids run. Steve Tressler, tell us about working with the Bearcats. How's it been?
Sure. It's been a fun time. And since these folks had already been playing together and already had some repertoire worked out, it was great. I could plug in. They had a set of music that we had to scale down to a few pieces, and we got to get to some concepts of listening and interaction and how to shape the arrangements and texture beyond just we worked on some mechanics as well, but it's nice to get to some of the larger concepts.
Right on. Evan, let's bring you up to the microphone. A couple quick questions for you. As the tenor saxophonist, I know it can, and soprano sax, it can be easy to fall under the spell of a John Coltrane type. And I wonder, are you focused on particularly saxophonists or Train in particular, or how does that work when you're being so heavily influenced at a young age?
Well, I just love John Coltrane, and I just got to keep saxophoning.
That's my man. That's my man. So one of the things I love most about jazz is that it celebrates imperfection. You don't have to be playing every note exactly right. In fact, it's kind of not the point. It's the point to do the opposite. And you were telling me before we started about a wonderful story of jazz misadventure. I wonder if you could share that with our audience.
So last Tuesday, we had a band concert, and Kelsey and the Boys, we played at it. And so I was being, prepared. So I had my other mouthpiece for my tenor saxophone set in the bell of my tenor, so I wouldn't forget. But then I forgot it in the bell. So during the performance, I'm thinking, oh, what's going on here? I'm muffled and I'm out of tune. And then, knowing me, I didn't figure out till after we were done. And then,
That's jazz, man. That's jazz. All right, let's hear another song from this all-star ensemble from Monroe High School. It's Kelsey and the Boys, featuring tenor saxophonist Steve Tressler on 88.5 KNKX. Really cool.